Hello, welcome to the first episode of Family Gems, a channel podcast to help you discover and unlock your family treasures. Discover your hidden gems that are waiting to be unlocked. Experience the joy of learning about your family, connecting, feeling connection between heaven and earth. We will also discuss how to find untapped temple ordinances waiting to be done. So this channel I've decided to start because I have a lot of history and a lot of experience in this topic. And I feel like I'd like to share it with others and help them experience the joy of family history and discovery. I'm going to target this podcast for both members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and those who are not members. Anyone who is looking to find and unlock their family information. So, this image was generated with AI, Google's Gemini image generator. Give credit to them for doing it. I just typed in family gems, generate a picture, do it in a cartoon form, and added the temple of the Salt Lake City Temple. So this is the little image that it generated. Here you have a family tree, which we're all familiar with. You have the temple. You have some gems, pictures of families, medallions, and a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. The golden rays of the sun coming in through the room, and then books on the shelf. So this kind of gives you an overview of some of the things we'd like to talk about in this podcast. So this is going to be both a podcast, audio only. It will be video on YouTube, and I also plan on publishing it and distributing it through other mediums such as Spotify, which will be able to allow you to watch it ad-free. So because this is going to be targeted for a wide audience, I will cover topics that may interest members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and those that may not. So the first thing is there is a gospel library. You can search on your App Store or Google Play Store. And in the gospel library, if you are interested in that through a calling, whether it's a ward or a state calling, you might be a ward or temple family history consultant or something like that. There are resources in there. You can go to library, handbooks and callings, ward and branch callings, temple and family history. You can learn about it there. Of course, we have the Family Search website. We have a Family Tree mobile app. There's a lot of partner sites that Family Search partners with, such as Ancestry.com, MyHeritage.com, and others. So Ancestry.com has a special deal with church members where they partner with them. And so the World Explorer subscription you can get for free, which is normally like $100 or $200 value every year. And you can link your Family Search account with it and get it for free. We're going to cover DNA tools. There is a wide variety of DNA tools and websites that we'll cover. I'll also discuss briefly the RootsTech Family History and Temple Conference. It is the largest conference in the world. You can learn about it at familysearch.org/en/RootsTech. So for 2024, they had over 230 countries and territories participating, 4 million people online and in person. Over 500,000 participants viewed 5.9 million ancestral relationships. Also, we will talk about different video resources that are available from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as well as the Family Search YouTube channel with links here provided. There's also a great show called Relative Race available for free on byutv.org. And this is an example of one of the video resources that's available. It's called Discover Your Story. Every family has a story. What's yours? Discover more about your family history story and find strength for your life in example and experiences of your ancestors at the RootsTech Conference. So this one is a really short 2-minute and 42-second video. I'll encourage you to watch it. I'll put links in the video description and elsewhere. It's a really great example, kind of a cartoonish story of how the family takes a family book here in red, and you have the family gathering around, and it's passed on from generation to generation until you reach modern day. It's a great little video, and it's inspiring. Relative Race on byutv.org. It has now over 15 seasons. It's rated G, family friendly for all audiences. I haven't even watched the latest season, but it's wonderful. I encourage you, when you watch it, to sit down and have a box of Kleenexes nearby because it's a real tearjerker. You see lots of stories of discovery, family discovery, healing, misunderstanding of generations is healed, miracles happen, and it's fun. They travel from city to city and from place to place, discovering new relatives along the way that they've never met. Sometimes it's a long-lost cousin. Sometimes it's a mother or a father, a brother or a sister whom they never knew. It's a really exciting and engaging, fun show to watch for all. Also, we'll cover FamilySearch.org, the website, how to sign in, log in, different resources you can get. One example, if you are helping others, there is a helper resources in the help menu. And when you do that, you can actually help other people build their tree and get them started, even submitting temple work or reserving it for them into their system. Also talk about things like the new family ordinance opportunities. It's sort of in beta right now, but this is an example here. It's a fan chart, and you can see an ancestor, and you can go out after each ring. The father would be like the first ring, the grandparents, the second ring, great-grandparents, third ring, great-great, fourth ring, and so on. And you'll see these little bubbles pop up, and each bubble represents the number of ordinances waiting to be done. It's not exactly precise because, like I said, it's in beta, but it's a great tool, and we'll cover that in following episodes. So rootstech.org is a great website to go to learn about the RootsTech conference. They hold it every year. They've been holding it for many years. This is a screenshot from the 2026 webpage. It's free for anyone to watch online. They have over 200 new online sessions in over 26 languages. They have keynote speakers. You can chat online with other attendees worldwide. If you want to go in person, it is held in Salt Lake City, Utah at the Salt Palace Convention Center. For a 3-day pass, it's only $99. And for a 1-day pass, it's $69. And this is for the early bird pricing. If you wait a little longer, it goes up to $129 for 3 days and $79 for 1 day. I've been to it several years. It's a great conference. I highly encourage it. Even if you feel you're an expert in family history, when you go, whether it's online or in person, miracles can unfold. It's just amazing all the connections you can make. Some sessions are only available in person, or you can also visit the expo hall in person and learn about different products and services and meet people. Here's an example of some of the topics that they cover. Things from A to Z: adoption, Africa, African American, analyzing resources, Asia, DNA, inspiration, history, getting started, maps, Middle East, North America, photos, record types, research aids, strengthening family and mental health, tools, websites, organizations, and writing and recording your history. That's just a sample of the many topics that are covered in RootsTech. And there's also ways to explore the website. You can get previews of the class, see the speakers, register. You can have playlists, browse sessions. There's a Together app, learn how to build your tree, have family discovery experiences and activities like finding your famous relatives you might be related to. Another thing we'll cover in this show is DNA testing, unlocking your autosomal, Y-DNA, and mtDNA test. Most people just think it's a DNA test. Well, there are a variety of types of DNA tests. Ancestry.com, for example, is the largest DNA database in the world. I always tell people, if you're looking to start somewhere, or you don't know where to start, or you have unknown parentage, start with a DNA test. I have heard that the average person who does a DNA test on Ancestry gets over 44,000 matches. So that is what's called autosomal DNA test. That's the 23 chromosomes in the middle. There is also Y-DNA, that it's Y chromosome for the man that's passed from father to son for the males. And there's mtDNA, which is mitochondria DNA, that's passed from your mother. The mother passes it to her sons and her daughters, but only the female passes it on. So it's your maternal line versus your patronymic line. So this is a sample from the 23andMe website. They have ancestry reports, genetic health risks, wellness, carrier status, and various traits. So lots of topics like that we'll cover. How the chromosomes are matched up. So it starts with 1 is the longest, down to 22, 23, that's the shortest, which are 22 is the shortest, and then you have your X and your Y, your sex chromosomes. You get 50% from your mother, 50% from your father, with 1 copy of each chromosome from each parent. This is an example of the autosomal DNA chart. You have yourself down here, back through generations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 generations. The autosomal DNA is only good to about 6 or 8 generations because you lose 50% of your DNA each generation. In other words, you got half your DNA from your mother and half from your father, and you only got 1/4 from your grandfather and 1/4 from your grandmother, and so on. Because you have 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-grandparents, and so on, exponentially increasing by a power of 2 every generation. So we'll talk about that. This is a illustration of the Y-DNA. Father got his Y-DNA from his father, who got it from his father, and so on. And because the Y-DNA changes very little, maybe one mutation every 6 to 8 generations, that means every 200 to 300 years you might get one mutation. It's very reliable, and it can trace your deep ancestry. You can go back thousands of years. And likewise, the mTDNA, mitochondria DNA, the mother got it from her mother, got it from her mother, got it from her mother. So this is your matrilineal line. And this, likewise, doesn't change very often, and it can also go back thousands of years. So thank you for watching this episode, this introductory episode. Look forward to joining you and learning more as we experience this journey together.